Good evening students. Once again welcome back to online classes of English language standard 6. Now students, previously just now we have learned interjections. We have learned the meaning of interjections and we also have learned how to use interjections in a sentence. Now students, we are going to learn prepositions. Now to learn the prepositions, first we have to read the poem that is given on page number 109 in your textbook. So open your page number 109 in your grammar textbook. Now see, the poem is given here and the name of the poem is Successful Thief. Now students, listen carefully and put your finger on the line which I am going to read. On the top of the shelf, beside the fridge, between the jars, it sat. On the top of the stool, above the cupboard, in the kitchen, he climbed. On the top of the tap, above the sink, under the window, he reached. Among the jars, inside the tin, into the sweets, he snatched. Out of the house, into the street, among his friends, he ran. Now students, the words that are given into pink color here are known as the prepositions. And preposition is a word that links noun, pronouns and the phrases in the sentence to the other words. Okay. So, have you understood all these words are the that are given into pink color are the prepositions. Now, let's see what is the definition of the preposition. Okay, students, see the definition of preposition. Prepositions are the words that joins or links nouns, pronouns and phrases to the other words in a sentence. Prepositions are the words that joins. Joins what? Nouns, pronouns. Now you know what is the meaning of noun, what is the meaning of pronoun. And phrases to the other words in a sentence. Now the word or the phrase that is introduced by preposition is called as the object of preposition. Okay? Once again I am repeating here, the word or the phrase that is introduced by the preposition is called the object of prepositions. Now let's study some examples. See these examples. The book is on the table. In this sentence, can you tell me which is the preposition here? Yes students, here the book is on the table. On is the preposition. So we have to underline it. Now see the second sentence. The book is beneath the table. Now beneath is the preposition here. So underline it. The book is leaning against the table. Now here the word leaning is preposition. So we have to underline it. So students, in each sentence of this word preposition, the preposition here that is used showing the position of the book, that is noun, to the remaining sentence. Okay? The position of the noun to the other words in the sentence. Okay? Students, the preposition on, beneath and leaning, these prepositions locate the place of the noun, that is book, in every sentence. So have you understood? So let's move further. There are different kinds of prepositions. Now which are that kind we are going to see now. The first one is preposition of time. Now see, preposition of time. For this, to learn this or to understand this, we have to read out some sentences. Now the first sentence is the shop closes at midnight. So students, can you tell me which is the preposition that we have used here? Yes, the preposition is at. So we have to underline at. Now see the second sentence. Do you think we will go to Jupiter in the future? So which is the preposition in the second sentence? Obviously the preposition is in here. So we have to underline in. Now next sentence is her birthday is on 20th September. So which is the preposition is here? The preposition is on. So we have to underline on. So now you have to keep in your mind that the preposition at, in and on, these are the prepositions that are known as the preposition of time. Okay. So in the first sentence we have used at. So at is the preposition that is used for precise. Precise means particular time. When we want to mention particular time, at that time we have to use the preposition at. Now the preposition in is used for months, years, centuries and long periods. If you want to mention about months, years, centuries, or if you want to mention long period, at that time you have to use the preposition in. And next is on. We use preposition on for days and dates. Whenever you want to mention the days and date, at that time you have to use preposition on. Okay. Like for example, we have used here her birthday is on 20th September. Okay. So here on is the preposition of time. So have you understood, students? So can we move further? So let's move. Just we have seen the prepositions of time. Now the prepositions of time are at, in and on. But these prepositions at, in and on are also known as the preposition of place. Means we can use these prepositions to show the preposition of the place. We can use these words as preposition of place also. So students, at is used for to show a particular to point out a particular thing. Okay. In is used for enclosed space and on is used for showing a surface. So all these three words are also used to show these words are also used as the preposition of place. Okay. So have you understood? So don't get confused between the preposition of time and preposition of place. Though the words are the same, but they are used differently in a sentence. Preposition of time, at, in and on. These words are also used to show the preposition. These words are also used as preposition of time, and at, in and on. These words are also used as preposition of place also. So to understand this, we have to see some examples. We have to learn some examples. By that you will understand how to use each and every prepositions. So let's move. See, first the preposition on. Preposition on is used when something is attached to something. Okay. Particular thing is attached to something, or the particular thing is in contact with, or particular person is in contact with. Okay. Or On is used when we need to show the directions or when we need to tell the directions. So at that time also we are using the preposition on. Now see the examples. First one is the painting is on the table. Okay. Here the painting is on the table. Means that painting is kept on the table and it is attached to the table here. The pens are on the reading table. Now, the pens are in the contact with the reading table here. And if we want to tell directions to someone, at that time we have to tell them. Suppose you are going to somewhere. Okay. Suppose you are sitting in a vehicle, on your vehicle. Okay. And you are giving directions to the driver. Just take left, go right, take a turn over there. Okay. So here you are just explaining the direction to the driver. So like this, on is used to tell the directions left or right. Okay. So have you understood this? Let's move further. Students, we have seen preposition on. Now we are going to see preposition in. Preposition in is used when we are talking about room or building, street, town, city or country, newspaper, book or report. So when we are talking all about this, at that time we are using preposition in. Now let's see the examples. In the drawing hall. I have kept my book in the drawing hall. In the bookstore. Okay. The suitcase or the newspapers are kept in the bookstore. Like this. I live in New Ashok Nagar. What I told you? When we are talking about the street, town, city or country. Now, I live in Ashok Nagar or I live in New Delhi. Okay. So like this. When we are talking about newspaper, book or report, see the example. I read in the Times of India. I read the news in Times of India. Or in a title. In a title means in a magazine or in a popular book. Okay. So I read this news in a magazine. Okay. So like this. So this is all about preposition in. Now see, we also have to study preposition at. Now preposition at is used next to or by an object. When the thing or the person is next to someone or by an object, followed by an object. Or when we are talking about the events or known or expected place. When we are talking about known or expected place. Now see the examples. The first example is all about next to or by an object. Now see the example. I will meet you at the mall gate. Now here we have used preposition at. I will meet you at the mall gate. Then when we are talking about events, I made a lot of new connections at the seminar. And when we are talking about known or expected place, now see here, I had a long day at office. So in this way we can use preposition in and preposition at in the different sentences. Okay. So these are the prepositions of the place that we are studying now. Okay. So till now we have learned preposition of time, and we are learning preposition of place, and in that preposition of place we have learned on, in and at. So have you understood this? Remaining preposition we will learn in our next period. So here I would like to stop and want to take your leave. Till then you have to take care of yourself and keep studying these prepositions. Enjoy learning and wishing you a very happy day. Signing off from this, I would like to take your leave. Bye for now. Bye bye.